Hey everybody, it's Jason with Heap of Jeep. Bonus video time today. Not working on the Jeep, working on my wife's Oldsmobile Intrigue. It's a 1999. Got to change the front brakes and the rotors on it. And we're going to be selling this car soon, but I got to keep it on the road and keep it running well until we get there. And it's a decent vehicle. Has its issues, but she definitely needs brakes. And one of the pads wore all the way through, and she heard some grinding, and so yep, sure enough, let it go too long. So gonna change these up. I guess this is real similar to a lot of other GM vehicles. If you're watching this video wondering what, how to change your brakes on some of the other Grand Ams and some Buicks and things like that, I'm not sure exactly which ones are similar or identical, but I guess it is pretty similar to a lot of other GM vehicles, but it shouldn't be too hard. From what I can tell, it seems like just a real simple brake job, so we'll get at it. Okay, the first thing about this particular Oldsmobile, and I don't know if all the Intrigues came like this, or if it's just because these are a little bit different wheels or something, but it takes an adapter to get at the lug nuts. The wrench, even the smallest one, won't fit inside the hole here, so you've got to have this adapter. Now, I thought I was pretty I was nervous because I was looking for this adapter and couldn't find it, and searched the trunk, searched the glove box, and thought, okay, well, somewhere, sometime, somebody lost it. It's not there. I got to track one down, and it's just kind of a wheel lock thing. And nobody in town sells one. I could probably order one, but it was going to be 3 or 4 days before it got here. So I checked one more spot in the center console and down underneath everything else. Finally found it. So if you have one of these, don't ever lose it. But it slides right in there. And then I think this one is a 19mm. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to loosen the lugs before I jack the car up so that they're a little loose. Maybe. Alright, well, the last time we had tires put on, I'm guessing the technician just used the impact wrench to zip these things on. So they are way too tight to get off by hand, so I had to grab the old impact wrench and gonna loosen them all up one by one. And yeah, there we go. Alright, well, one of the things you should check if you use your air compressor for anything other than air tools is to make sure the air setting is right. I airbrush with my air compressor as well, and so I had the setting set real low. That's why it was difficult to get those off. But once I set it up right, they zipped right off. So now we got to jack the vehicle up and finish taking the tire off. Okay, with the vehicle jacked up, I'm going to go ahead and finish taking the tires off, and then find a spot to put a jack stand under there so that I feel a little safer. This car is pretty rusty. I actually had to change the location where I was jacking it up from, because the factory one was just falling apart because it's so rusty. So yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is take the caliper off, and since I already have the impact wrench out, and there's plenty of room under here once I turn the wheel to make the room, I turned it out to get some room in there. I figured might as well use the impact wrench to get these nuts off. That one may take an extension. I'm just going to take a screwdriver and pry the old pads out. This is the one that was grinding. You can see there's no brake material left on it. Now, in order to get the rotor off so we can replace that, there's 2 more 15mm bolts holding the caliper bracket on. Impact wrenches. I love that. Now the only thing holding the rotor on is just corrosion, so since we're not going to save it, since the backside is all chewed up, I'm just going to get a big mallet and pound it off of there. Yeah, and you can see on the backside how chewed up that is. So here's a new rotor. It comes, I'm guessing, with some kind of grease or something on it to keep it from rusting. You can see how shiny it is. It's just steel. So I'm going to take some brake clean and a rag and just clean the surface. I'm also going to clean this surface up. Now the rotor should slide right on. Now we can put the bracket back in place. So the wear indicator, if I remember correctly, goes on the top of the outside. This one had it on the bottom of the outside. Maybe that's why we never heard it, because I think it goes on the top so it squeals better. So I'm just taking one of the old brake shoes. I'm going to use that as a surface to put on there to compress the old piston. Hopefully that was enough. And yes, it was. So there's these little rubber bushings on the ends of the caliper bracket. Just make sure that you don't mush those up too bad. There we go. Now we just got to put the wheel back on, lower her down, and we are done. Well, there we go. One side is done, other side is just the same. Rinse, lather, rinse, repeat, whatever it is. So I'll do the other side, but I'm not going to run tape on it. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps you out. We'll get to some more Jeep fixing videos here shortly. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope you enjoyed the Heap of Jeep bonus video.